Hello, it's Crystal. Welcome in. We are going to do a pick a card, future spouse. Uh, so the first pile is the King of Wands with the amethyst, and the High Priestess is the second pile with the moonstone, and the Temperance is the black onyx. I'm using my movie deck that my daughter got me. Anyway, okay, so whichever one that you're drawn to, guys, let's get into it. I'll see you in the piles. All right, pile number one. If you picked the King of Wands and the amethyst, this is your pile. So let's see. Pile number one. Future spouse. What can you tell me, Spirit? What can you tell me about the future spouse? Pile number one. Y'all, I've been working a lot of overtime and it is kicking my butt. So, I feel very lethargic. Maybe you're working over. This person's working over. Okay, let's see. We've got the King of Wands, the Emperor, the Eight of Coins, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Cups. This is giving me power couple energy. The combination of the King and the King of Wands and the Emperor especially shows someone who is confident, established. They're going to be protective. Somebody that's used to taking charge. This person may come across mature, ambitious, naturally respected by others. So this King of Wands, you know, your future spouse looks passionate. He's very driven. They could be very attractive in an intense way. Someone who lights up a room and naturally just stands out. This card often points to leadership energy, somebody that owns their own business. Someone with like a strong vision for their life. They're not passive in love. When they want something, they pursue it. I mean, do y'all know Indiana Jones? Like he doesn't just sit on the sidelines, guys. If you know anything about him. He goes after everything he wants. The Emperor. So this has seriousness and stability. Your future spouse may be older than you, emotionally mature, financially stable, just a very protective. They may like structure, routines, and planning for the future. This card often shows someone who wants commitment and loyalty and not playing games. I think that they work in leadership or management, some type of business, law enforcement, construction, military. Just a position where their responsibility matters. The Eight of Pentacles. So this relationship looks built over time instead of something that's rushed. Your future spouse may be very hardworking and focused on mastering their craft. They may show love through actions more than dramatic words. Like helping you, providing stability, working towards goals together. This card also shows meeting through work or school, business, online project. Um, but I think you both are working on like self improvement. Like y'all are both focused on yourself and improving your own skills. The Four of Cups. Uh, so there may be emotional hesitation before this connection fully develops. One of you could initially overlook the connection, like you could feel emotionally guarded or still be healing from some disappointments. Your future spouse may not immediately express emotions openly, despite that they might care deeply. This card also shows the relationship arriving when one of you least expect it. The Three of Cups. Despite the serious energy in the reading, this relationship ultimately becomes joyful, social, and emotionally uplifting. There's a friendship underneath the romance. You may meet through friends or social gathering, celebration, maybe even an online community or just a social event. This card also suggests like there's laughter, there's going to be some shared memories. I just think that you're going to feel emotionally supported together. So overall, it's ambitious but loyal, protective but passionate, hardworking and future focused. Someone who wants a real partnership. Okay. Dang, it's pretty good, ain't it? It's a pretty good spread. Okay, let's see. Y'all, I went deep there. I felt like, I don't know. That was crazy. Okay, let's see what kind of characteristics we got going on here. What could they possibly look like? Or what kind of characteristics? Future spouse, pile number 1. Future spouse. Ooh, pregnant. So I would think that they've been pregnant before, or y'all could be pregnant together. You could, have a family with this person. Or, people do meet other people when somebody's pregnant. It does happen, and you end up being the stepmom or or the dad. Like, it happens all the time. Hazel eyes. So it's a possibility. Powerful. We even said that, an entrepreneur, somebody they care very much about their job. Exaggerated features. Not really sure what that is, y'all. It's come out before. Maybe they just like to highlight their eyes, or I don't know. Bald. Medium hair. Red lips. Somebody might like to wear red lipstick. Beard. Bald with the beard. A witch. Ooh. There's good witches out there too, guys. Don't hate us. Muscular bald beard. A European. Blue eyes. And then let's get 1 or 2 on the bottom. Older than you. That's crazy, because that literally is in the tarot. Very young. Oh my gosh, so we got older or young. Okay. Let's see what kind of initials we got. That's crazy. I got O. I got 2 O's. That's crazy. They were back to back. And then K, J. Oh, there's another K. There's another J. Dang, y'all, we got doubles of everything. Double O's, double J's, double K's. R, N, S, and V. Okay, let's see. Oop. I want to know. It's just a simple yes or no. I want to ask my yes or no deck. If you already know this person, Spirit, does my pile number 1 already know their future spouse? Have they already met their future spouse? Ooh. Maybe some of y'all haven't, but I would say most of y'all have already met your future spouse. All right, pile number 1. I guess that's it. I don't know what else I would pull. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that y'all liked the reading. If you did, don't forget to like, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here with me. If you were drawn to the High Priestess and the Moonstone, this is your pile. Y'all have to bear with me. Like, I've been working a lot of hours at work, and like I told pile number 1, I'm wore out. So if I'm not like chipper and all that, like, I'm sorry. But I really am just trying to get something out for you guys to watch. Okay, pile number 2, Spirit, future spouse. What can you tell me? What are the details? What are the details? Wow, it feels like really thick. The King of Coins. The Lovers. Oh my Jesus, y'all look at that. The 2 of Wands. What the actual flip is going on? Look at all that major. Okay, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it and we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so we got the High Priestess, the King of Coins, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so the combination here, the High Priestess, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, gives strong soulmate destiny energy to me. Like, this connection changes the direction of your life in a major way. So let's break it down. We've got the High Priestess. Your future spouse connection may begin quietly, mysteriously, but intuitively. You could feel drawn to each other before fully understanding why. This card often shows spiritual chemistry, like a strong intuition. You might have moments that you think that you can read each other's minds. A bond that feels deeper than just surface attraction. Your future spouse may also be private, observant, intelligent, emotionally hard to fully read at first. Whew, the King of Pentacles. Okay, since this energy is heavily, this points towards someone that's extremely stable. They're grounded, financially secure, they're dependable, mature. Your future spouse may be very focused on building wealth, or some type of security, maybe a business. They could be into property or just long-term success here. This is somebody who wants commitment in something that's lasting. Sorry if y'all can hear my daughter. She's gaming in the next room. This Lovers, this is one of the strongest relationship cards. It shows real emotional and romantic capability. Or not I can't. Compatibility. I don't know why I can't say that word, but I wanted to say it because there's attraction here and partnership. Your future spouse, it may feel like someone you naturally align with mentally and emotionally and possibly physically. This card can also show an important choice in love that changes your future path. I can't help but notice that this is Brokeback Mountain. It's a scene from that movie, and it's about, two gay guys. So I might be speaking to somebody that's coming out of the closet, or maybe even getting into their first, relationship that's same sex. And that's what's fixing to change your whole, I cannot talk, y'all. Trajectory. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. I am so sorry that maybe y'all are not going to be able to talk around each other. You're just going to be tongue-tied. Shit. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune. This relationship may come into your life unexpectedly or during just a major turning point. Fate, timing, and divine alignment feel very important. And look at him. He's hanging by the clock. So things could happen suddenly, maybe a chance meeting, maybe relocation, a travel, a career shift, or just a period where your life dramatically changes before you meet them. This card often shows that it's meant to happen energy. That divine alignment, divine intervention. When you say intervention, it reminds me of Intervention, the show, So maybe, okay, that's pointing to a whole nother thing. Maybe one of y'all have had addictions, and been through an intervention. Maybe even went to rehab before. Anyway, that's just a side note. Okay, 2 of Wands. Your future spouse may be connected to travel, long distance, maybe, or maybe just planning for a bigger future together, an expansion. This relationship may involve moving or building just a new life together. You could, share your goals. It also shows someone visionary, like a planner who thinks ahead instead of only living in the moment. So altogether, I do feel like this is financially stable and successful, emotionally mature, but somebody that could be a little private, somebody that's spiritually connected to you. And they're definitely going to change your life path. Okay, guys. Wow, for some reason, me reading these cards for pile 1 and 2, I've gotten so deep in them. All right, we need some characteristics for pile number 2. Spirit, characteristics, future spouse. don't know why. Like, I got so into that. Like, almost, like, get lost in what I'm saying and how, I don't know, it's so weird. I got goosebumps everywhere. Anyway, they might like to wear makeup. Oh, they could have a beauty mark or just that, like, some type of mole maybe on their face. A practitioner. So somebody that likes to practice medicine. Piercings. Brown eyes. Let's get some from the bottom. Same height as you. Green eyes. A round face. An average build. Somebody mature. That would be nice, right? We don't want no little kid. Average height. Some of these come out and they're just so silly to me. All right, let's see. That is some initials. We got K, oh, and J, B. Okay, that jumped right in there. S, M, H, O, and G. And I did this for pile number 1, so let's do it for pile number 2. What? Okay, have they already met their future spouse? Spirit, have they already met their future spouse? Pile number 2. Oh. So you get the same thing pile number 1 did. I think most of y'all have, but there might be a few of you that haven't. That I would say for the majority of y'all, y'all have already met them. Y'all already know who this person is. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, don't forget to like, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. So if you picked the Temperance and the Black Onyx, Jesus, this is your pile. So let's get to cracking. All right, pile number 3, future spouse. What can you tell me, Spirit, about pile number 3? Future spouse. I tell you, like I told the other piles, I've been working a lot of overtime, and it's kicking my butt, guys. I'm really tired. So if I'm not like super woohoo, then I'm sorry. But there's a girl, her mom at work had a stroke, and I'm trying to fill in for her. So it's been some extra work on me. Okay, let's see. We have the 10 of Wands, the Empress, the 5 of Wands, the Page. Okay, the Temperance, the 10 of Wands, the Empress, the 5 of Wands, the Page of Coins. Okay. Let's see. Okay. You know, so with the Temperance here, the Empress, and the Page, it's giving me building a life together energy here. But let's break it down. Okay, so the Temperance, your future spouse connection looks balanced and healing, emotionally steady. This is not a rushed or chaotic relationship. This is something that develops over time and teaches patience, compromise, and emotional harmony. I wonder if this is for me, or you know, this pile wouldn't be mine because I have such bad patience. Oh my Jesus, y'all. Your future spouse may have a calm presence that helps you feel grounded. Like, It's somebody I seriously need. This card can also show blending two very different personalities, you know, or backgrounds, but successfully. The Ten of Wands, one or both of you may carry emotional burdens, you know, stress or heavy responsibilities before fully coming together. Your future spouse could be hardworking to the point of exhaustion, or someone who has been they've been going through some difficult life lessons. So this relationship may begin during just a busy or overwhelming phase in life, but it also shows like loyalty and commitment through the hard times. The Empress, this is a beautiful energy for a future spouse reading. It points to abundance and love, nurturing, attraction, emotional warmth. Your future spouse may see you as someone incredibly valuable and comforting, or they themselves may carry caring and affectionate energy. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all can hear my neighbors or my child. Like, this card often points towards a relationship that feels fertile with growth, like emotionally, financially, or even just in family wise. So the Five of Wands, there may be some tension or maybe some outside interference, some competition, maybe even personalities that clash sometimes. This doesn't necessarily mean the relationship is unhealthy. It can just simply show two strong-willed people learning how to work together. It can also represent obstacles before union, such as like a distance or just a busy schedule. There could be jealousy from others or just some differing opinions from people. Wow. The Page of Pentacles. This relationship has long-term building energy. Your future spouse may be younger in spirit and eager to learn. They're practical, loyal, focused on creating stability. This card often points towards steady commitment instead of a flashy romance. It can also show meeting through work or education, finances, maybe online learning, or just a new opportunity. So overall, this feels nurturing, but realistic. Who doesn't fight? People have arguments. People fight, y'all. It's real life. But it's hardworking, but it's dependable. I feel like this is going to be emotionally healing for you. And somebody that's serious about building a future. Someone that's going to grow stronger with time, instead of it fading quickly. I like it. I do. Okay, pile number 3, Spirit. We need some characteristics. What is up with... They're yelling and acting crazy? Oh, well. Y'all might not even be able to hear them. I don't know, but... It's usually my daughter. Okay, let's see. What we got here? Ooh, very young. It's funny because we said that, like, the page, could be young energy. Older than you. What the heck? Okay. Light skin. That is so contradicting, isn't it? Anyway, same height as you. But it lets you know, too, this really could be for just anybody. Practitioner. Unhealthy habits. So practitioner, somebody likes to dabble maybe in medicine. They like to learn how to heal. But unhealthy habits, you know, that could be smoking or drinking. You know, we all have unhealthy habits, you know, and ain't none of us like extremely healthy, you know. A baby face, some straight hair, green eyes, average height, an average build, mature. Let me get some off the bottom. I got short hair. By the way, my neighbor's kids, she's got 2 and they're both autistic. Black or African American. So that might be why there's a lot of yelling. She said that they yell a lot, but they don't ever bother me. Like, but I'm not ever like right next to my window like I am right now. Okay, let's get some initials. We got Y and X. I got 2 X's. Oh my gosh, I got 3 X's. What the heck, guys? Somebody's definitely got an X name. G. I feel like I've just seen another one, but no, it's a Q. And an E. A J. And an E. And T. Was it upside down T? And I. And then I asked the other piles this, so we're gonna ask pile number 3. Have you already met your future spouse? Yes or no? Have you already met your future spouse? I'm just curious. Have you already met your future spouse? Ooh, I got yes. Okay, so same thing was for the other piles. I think that most of y'all have, but there might be a few of y'all that haven't met them yet. But for the most of you, I think you have. So, all right, guys, that is the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like the video. It always helps. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for being here. Bye.